Bet. All right, so we finna talk about the Diddler and Tyler Perry. Now, here's the thing. I do not know. Well, of course, Diddy is guilty of some things, and I don't really entirely know everything on Tyler Perry's behalf. But I'm gonna just talk. I'm gonna just say this because people are acting like the adults involved didn't agree to this shit. From what I know and from what I've been paying attention, because I really ain't been, I know enough, but I'm not gonna spend my life looking at his case and you know, Tyler Perry new to this, but I ain't about to just spend my life paying attention to their case. I'm not entirely sure if Diddy gonna do jail time or not. He got enough money and enough clout and enough resources to get off. Him putting his hands on Cassie, yeah, Cassie. Yeah, he wrong for that. But look what happened with that videotape. The people at the hotel agreed to, even them, even like everyone is agreeing to money. Everyone is agreeing to all the things that Diddy wanted to do to them and wanted them to do. These ain't little kids. These are grown as adults. And the thing is, when they seen what's that girl's name? Um, that girl he used to date. I think she's one of the city girls. What is her name? Carissa. I think that's her name, Carissa. But y'all know who I'm talking about. When that girl was dating Diddy, she didn't have to do all that shit. She even said herself, her and Diddy would go all night long. You know what I'm saying? She was on her podcast joking about how they, you know, messed around, how they had the intimacy. So what I think is that when all those people around, because Cassidy, from what I seen, what I heard, she loved Diddy. And when that girl from the City Girls came in the picture, that's when Cassidy decided to do all this because she was upset that Diddy was with Carissa. What's her name, bruh? One of the City Girls. So when Cassidy couldn't get her way no more, even though Diddy putting his hands on her was wrong, she blew up. She blew up the spot. She got attitude, got mad because there's money involved. Diddy not messing with her no more. So now, what's her name? Carissa, I think it is. I think she was getting like what 500,000 a month. This girl, every time you see her, she's on a boat with Diddy, living up the life. She even said her experience wasn't Cassidy's experience. She had a good old time with Diddy. And I feel like that's part of the reason why Cassidy did what she did. I mean, she's not wrong, but it took him to get with another woman for you to come out and speak on these accusations. Now, to me, I get that. You know, I know we all kind of know women's nature a little bit. We all know relationship stuff. I can't even really blame her for that, you know, not entirely. But him getting physical with her, putting his hands on her, he's definitely wrong for that. But everything else, these were grown adults that agreed to go to the Diddy parties, multiple Diddy parties. They wanted to go to the Diddy parties because they wanted that lifestyle. Diddy is a freak, and he gonna. Oh, you want to be a part of this? What is that song? You want to be a bad boy? You want to be a shot caller? Da 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 da. He told them, "This is what you got to do to get down." Those grown adults, everyone over 21, agreed to the Diddy party. This is what they wanted to do. They want to be part of the lifestyle. They wanted the money. They wanted to get down and freaky and all that shit. Cause you listen, when it comes to that type of lifestyle, man, I don't. People would say, man, I wouldn't do nothing to be, be rich and famous and get the money. Yeah, that's bullshit. I didn't seen it. I don't even know if I should say this, but one time I was at a party. It was cool. It was vibe. It was chill. Fine ass woman. I'm talking about fine ass woman there. And then someone says, one of the people that was throwing the party says, if you ain't DTF, get the fuck out. Whoops, I'm sorry. I don't think I can cuss on here. But they was like, if you ain't DTF, then get the F out. And I'm like, you know, I ain't never been to a party like this. I'm thinking it's just a regular party. Kid you not. People start getting butt ass naked. And I said, oh no, I'm out. I said, yo, what type of party is this? And then someone whispered, man, they about to have an orgy. I said, what? And these are people that are a part of the same industry that Diddy's a part of. And it was weird, like the looks on people's faces. I don't want to say that, I'm not going to say that some of them looked like they didn't want to do it, but they had to. I'm not going to say you didn't have a choice because you did have a choice. And I remember I was one of the very few people that left out. I left. This was in Atlanta. This is like maybe like 10 years ago. And I was one of the people that left. I was like, man, whatever. I ain't part of that ish. But it's an industry where they do these freaky freak offs, and Diddy ain't the only one. Now, I'm only mentioning that party is because I remember when I remember when that happened, and I remember the decision and the choice I made. I I left out, bruh. I definitely left out. I walked up. I said I ain't been a part of that shit, and I ain't think nothing of it. I was young, but those people are grown as adults, man. Like I can't. I'm sorry. Like I can't. It's like I can't feel. I just don't feel nothing for them. Cassidy, yeah, but even her in the text messages, she was initiating some of this shit. So and from what I've seen in the trial, man, she loved that dude, and I just feel that it went down the drain when I think when that city girl, Carissa, whatever her name is, y'all know who I'm talking about, that little brown skin thick girl that he used to be with. When she got with Diddy, and she wasn't getting trains rained on her and getting pissed on and all that crazy ish, like like Cassidy was. So I could understand Cassidy feeling a type of way about that, like you know. But anywho, I just for these accusers, I just no one was a kid, no one was forced to do anything. They wanted that lifestyle. They wanted to get down with the gets down, and that's how they got down. They could have walked away and did other ish, but Diddy was that lame, and they all decided, they all agreed to these parties. Y'all agreed to this shit, and it was only when you couldn't get your way that you start accusing. I'm not saying when it comes to him putting his hands on Cassidy. When he comes to him putting his hands on Cassidy, this damn thing don't stop. He's dead wrong for that. That's the only thing I could fault him for. No, I haven't been. Like I say, I'm not finna get all in it. Death to the case and shit. It's not what I do. But I'm sorry. I thought I heard something, bro. I want to get my gun, but last time I got my gun, YouTube took my live streaming away. So guess God just used my fist. If I die, I die. But anyway, I just don't. I can't. I can't. Y'all are grown ass adults, and y'all wanted that. Y'all want to be a part of that. Now going to Tyler Perry, the same thing with Tyler Perry's situation. This man, not Tyler Perry, but the accuser, he gave three different occurrences when Tyler Perry allegedly sexually harassed him or molested him, whatever. This man gave three different occurrences. Why did you go back three times? This is the type of foolery that I'm talking about. You can't really fault these men. Cause the first time you try me, it's a done deal. It's a wrap. You going down immediately. But this dude waited three damn times with this man. And it might be even more. I read three times, but I don't know. It could be more than that. And after it took three times for you to say, you know what? I'm telling on you, Mr. Tyler Perry. That's goofiness. That's goofyism 101. Allowing someone to molest you or fuck with you in that way three times and then no. Once again, his accuser. When he couldn't get his way, he ain't got no more roles. Now you're mad. Now you want $260 million. Y'all are all adults. Like y'all are all adults that went to the parties. You knew what you were doing. You knew what you was getting yourself into. You knew that you was gonna get these roles and TV time and it was gonna help your career out. You agreed to this shit, man. When it comes, if a child was involved, hell no, they should go to jail. If somebody was forced, hell no, they should go to jail. But outside of him putting his hands on Cassidy, and I really can't say nothing about Tyler Perry, but outside of that, I don't see nothing that was done wrong. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I don't agree to the parties, you know, their type of parties. I'm not a part of that. I don't want to be a part of that. I'll never be a part of that. But I just cannot, for the life of me, fault them for being freaky. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. Stop putting your hands on people. But I don't know what else to say. Like, to me, I really don't get how all these adults agreed to all this. And it wasn't until these adults, and it wasn't until they didn't get their way that they want to accuse people. Again, he's wrong for putting his hands on Cassidy. And if he did force anyone, then you're wrong for that, Mr. Tyler Perry. But that man went back to back to back three times to Tyler Perry and didn't do shit. Like I do not get that from the. It baffles me. I'm like, huh? What? Who? Where? And why? I'm confused, bro. I'm just confused. So that's just my little take on these two guys' situation. Furthermore, Tyler Perry, I think they just trying to take him down now because, he just put out that movie Straws. I heard about it. I didn't see it. I'm gonna probably watch it later on. And Tyler Perry's doing pretty good for himself. He has his own studio. Diddy does pretty good for himself, minus this trial got going on. But it's again, they're not innocent. I'm not saying they're completely innocent. I'm not saying that. On his case, I really don't know. I'm not saying he's innocent. His case, only thing I feel like he's guilty of is putting his hands on Cassidy. Other than that, I really can't say they're guilty of anything. So, not when grown ass adults were involved. And I was an individual that did come across when I seen that. Oh, y'all some freaks. This y'all finna get down here. I don't want to be part of that. I'm out. I was in situations where I decided to like, nope, walking away. I don't want no part of it. So to all these adults, I just, I'm sorry, bruh. I can't say that they're completely wrong because these people agreed to everything. I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know what to tell you. Wrong for putting his hands on Cassidy. Wrong for forcing himself, if you know, if you will. I don't really know, but I can't, man. His accuser is a grown ass man. That man looked like he could whip Tyler Perry's ass, and you expect me to believe that. Man, I wish Tyler Perry would try me like that. Man, nigga, what? So that's what I'm talking about. Y'all, they just don't be feeling sorry for these grown ass adults, man. They not entirely innocent neither. You know what I mean? They you knew what the hell you were doing. You knew it was. Yes, you did. Don't say you didn't. Yes, the hell you did. You knew exactly what you was getting into. You went to that party. Yes, you did. You know damn well why you went to that party. You knew that you were gonna have to do something freaky with the two of them. You knew that. You knew that, and you still went. Yes, you hell you did. I don't care what you went to that party. You said you want the money, the fame, the fortune, and the clout. And you did what that man told you. That man right there is who told you to do all that, and you did that shit. That man right there told you to do all that, and you did that shit. Yes, the hell you did. Don't say you didn't. You was there. You were grown as adult. You had an opportunity to walk away. You wasn't held hostage. That's a damn lie. And you didn't walk away because you wanted clout, you wanted money, you wanted the fame, and you want the fortune. And you mad at what's her name? Carisi. Y'all know who I'm talking about. The girl that he used to date. The thick brown skin girl. And you mad because she got about what 500,000 a month. She didn't have to do all that crazy ish that y'all did, and you got mad. Yes, the hell you did. You were pissed off. You said, "Oh hell nah." I had to get smashed by this man to get rich. Oh no, he gonna pay. And the other one said, "Man, I gotta. I didn't slept with this dude. I didn't did this, and now I don't got no more roles. And I misused my money. I didn't invest my money, and you got mad. That's what the hell y'all did. Yes, the hell. Don't you say you didn't? Yes, the hell you did. I don't like. I cannot feel sorry for these people. I can't. They are grown adults, and they knew what they was getting themselves into. So, man, my best advice I could give to people is have dignity and self-respect. Don't be going to parties and getting coerced to diddy or to be a diddler or to be diddle daddle diddled. Don't go to parties and be coerced into getting diddled. So it is what it is, man. That's my little 411 on it. And yeah, man, that's all I gotta say. Wrong for if you force anyone, you're wrong. If you put your hands on anyone, you're wrong. But those grown ass adults knew exactly what they were getting into. And I just feel like this is just a money grab. It's getting ridiculous. Like now it's like it's really getting ridiculous now. I just feel like just a huge money grab. And the people in the industry that don't like this man and don't like that man, the diddler and Tyler Perry, the people in the industry that don't like them are definitely coming for them. Now again, they're not entirely innocent. I don't know, but those grown ass adults, man, y'all knew better, and you didn't do better. So that's on you. All right, y'all. With all that being said, you've been watching Keeping It Horror. I'm your host. Until next time, peace, love, and unity.